What's up guys, today I'm going to give you a short guide on how to calibrate your keybinds and joystick settings to work perfectly with Valorant. The first thing you're going to want to do is calibrate analog joystick hardware. This button is on the About page of the application. You just click that and then begin calibration. This is basically going to set these numbers for you at the bottom. You're going to need this so that everything else works properly. Once that's set, the next thing you want to do is add a profile. You can name it whatever you want, probably Valorant. And after that, I want you to close your eyes and push your keypad joystick forward, wherever you feel naturally straightforward would be in a game. So if I close my eyes and push it forward right now, and then I open them again, even though I think I'm pushing forward, it's telling the stick that it's more to the top left. And sometimes it's pressing like A2. That's not where it should be, right here. So to fix that, you want to go to Angle, and adjusting this to the left and the negative makes it go to the left. Counterclockwise it turns it. And the angle to the right and the positive makes it go clockwise. So it would make it go this way. So you basically want to adjust left and right until you have it perfect where you close your eyes, you push forward, and it goes directly forward, right here. Once you have it forward, all the other sides should be perfect as they should be. Once you have that, I need you to understand the sensitivity setting. Now, I don't know what this does exactly. Like if I put this number to super high, like a dramatic number like 400, and I spin it in circles, it is super choppy. It's not even recording all the movement. It's like all broken and messed up. If I put it to 200, that still happens, but it's a little better. There's a lot more increments where it snaps to. And basically you can get lower and lower with this until at 0, it seems to be as fluid as it can possibly be. So I would say leave that as 0, leave it alone, so it can stay nice and fluid like this. So now, the lower and upper dead zone. To know what you need to set for this, I need to explain something else. On a keyboard, you have 4 directions, forward, left, back, right. And there's a technique in FPS shooter games where you can press side to side. This is usually called AD-ADing. And if somebody's trying to shoot you while you do this, if you're doing it like fast and sporadic, it could be pretty hard to shoot you and hit you. So the keypad, the joystick, it's impossible to go left and right like that. There's no right, left, right, left. There's always like progress of movement in between. So if you're actually playing this on a joystick, you could be at a disadvantage because you can't AD like that if you want to use it. To solve this issue, you can put your lower and upper dead zone as the same value. And what this does is it gives you this instant snap to one direction. There is no progress in pushing the stick. If you push it far enough according to your dead zone, it will instantly snap to the direction that you're pointing in. So basically, you want to put your dead zone as low as possible with the same value to give you that snappy movement, but not too low that your joystick starts bugging out. What I mean by this is if I just put this to 0, for example, something like that, it will instantly start bugging out and going to one direction. That's because every joystick at all, whether it be Azeron, PS4, Nintendo Switch, it always jiggles in the center like this. I'm doing this myself, but I'm like just as a visual, it's always going like this. So as it's wiggling, if you have it to as low as it can go, to where any little nudge makes it go a certain way, it's just going to make it go crazy and snap into a certain direction. So experiment with it. Go higher and higher to when you can move the stick but it doesn't start bugging out. Like right now, I'm not touching the stick, and it is snapping to direction still. So that means I have to go in here, put it a little higher, and once I have it as low as I can go, without it bugging out like that, right now I'm not touching it, everything seems to be okay. That's when you know you have it perfect. And then when you have it like this, you can AD all you want. That's how you can not play at a disadvantage on a joystick. This is pretty much essential for Valorant, I think. So once you have all that covered, next thing you should do is copy all of these binds right here that I have on my profile. Go into your software and mark every bind, letter for letter, number for number. Pause the video here, and that's important because then after that, I want you to go to this diagram. I'm going to leave a link in the description to this Google Drive screenshot. And it has every single bind and its function noted right here in Valorant. So if you notice at the bottom left, every keybind is numbered 1, 2, 3, and on. What you got to do is go back and forth. You see here number 1, which corresponds to this key right here, number 1. That one, I have it binded to 4. So you would look on this chart. For example, number 1, it says push to talk. That means in Valorant, I have my number 4 key set to push to talk. So you would go in Valorant and set that communication, have that set to 4. And then once you have that set to 4, you have one of them binded. So I want you to do that with all of the keys. And something specific that you gotta take note of, if you notice in the bottom middle of my screen, my abilities, all the keybinds are the letters are shown. It says LEWD. I have my channel name there. I think it's cool to have it say lewd. But I had to move my WASD keys because D is my ultimate button. Obviously, I can't have WASD. I can't have 2 Ds. So I had to change my movement to UHKJ. It really doesn't matter what binds you have it to. You just need to make sure forward is forward, backward is backward, so that it actually moves correctly. You know, like this, it's just fine. Once you have all these buttons set and configured, I want you to move, play around, and test in Valorant to see if you're comfortable with the binds. If anything seems awkward or weird, feel free to change it to something that's more comfortable for you. My binds are just a little starting point if you have no idea what to put as good Valorant binds. With that all being said and done, good luck and have fun.